Hey guys, welcome to today's Vehicle Visionary. As promised, if you watched our first video with the 2022 Mercedes-Benz EQS 450 Plus, we didn't get to do a test drive in the first video. I promised a test drive only video, so that's what we're gonna do today. Gotta say a special thanks to my friends at Mercedes-Benz of Shreveport for giving us the opportunity. Now, if you missed the first video, check out the comments section. I will pin a comment with that video if you wanna take a look. Let's take a ride. All right, very first thing I noticed, we've been out driving just a little bit before we turn the camera on, is how quiet the interior is. Funny thing was that Kerry's over here in the passenger seat and his door wasn't shut all the way. This particular version does not have the soft closed door, so if you don't close your door all the way, well, you have to close it again. And so it sounded like there was a lot of road noise, but there really wasn't. He closed the door all the way the second time and we got rid of that road noise. So that's the very first thing I noticed, is how quiet it is. The second thing I noticed, this is an area that I drive quite a bit. I live in this particular area of town, and so I come through here on a regular basis. This model rides really, really well. It's a very smooth driving experience. Of course, it's rear-wheel drive, and one thing I've been asked not to step on it, so we're not going to do that in today's video, but I did accelerate a little bit, but it's not, it's not anything major, even though it's making a decent amount of horsepower, but it's not, like a Tesla Model 3 Performance or anything like that. But I was still very impressed. You just kind of ease into the pedal a little bit and it does really well. But the ride quality is what really, I think, impresses me the most. Let's just drive for a second without talking. Listen to the lack of road noise. And even though we're not going all that terribly fast right now, we'll see if we can get out somewhere and get on a road where maybe we can test that out a little bit more. But it's a very interesting experience. Now, one thing that's interesting also is, and I really can't show this unless we did a nighttime test drive, but there are different lights that do different things. In fact, you can maybe see what's going on with the dashboard right here. That's just letting me kind of know what's going on. If you step on it a little bit more, the lights start to do a little bit of a different thing. It's gonna move a little faster. We're not going all that terribly fast, but see how it changed colors right there? And when you start to slow down, there's nobody around, so we can do this right here. Let's just go ahead and come to a stop. It's telling you that it's actually recharging the battery as you're slowing down. So that's very interesting. So you can see the difference in the lighting sequence on the dashboard. And one thing that I really like here, even though this is a fairly heavy vehicle, it handles really well. And that's one of the advantages of rear-wheel drive. You're gonna have different handling characteristics than you would with all-wheel drive, 4MATIC in the case of Mercedes-Benz. So we'll cruise through here, doing a little bit of speed, not too much, but a very responsive steering wheel. The steering is very good, very light actually. Usually you drive a heavier car, you don't quite get that. This corner right here will give us a little bit more of an idea. Not gonna touch the brakes at all, gonna accelerate out of the corner just a little bit. Very impressive. Of course, you get a good look at the dash. Everything here is very easy to read and very easy to use. For those of you who are stepping into a vehicle like this and saying, I really like it, it's cool, I know I need to buy a newer vehicle, but I've never had this kind of technology before. Maybe your vehicle's 30 years old or 20 years old or something like that. Mercedes-Benz does not have difficult to learn technology, so don't be afraid of that. It's not a big deal. But overall, I really like this. Maybe we should have done this after dark, which we probably could have, and maybe we will. We'll see about that in a separate test drive. But overall, what do you think, Kerry, from the passenger seat?
Very comfortable. Quiet.
I like the fact, as we're coming to a stop here, that when you push on the brake, it feels a little soft, but as you begin to apply more pressure, you begin to realize just because the pedal feels soft doesn't mean the brakes aren't working like they should. Like I said, not going to get on it too hard, but let's just do a small acceleration test. I'm just going to kind of ease into it. You know, I can tell that even though this isn't the most powerful EQ model you can buy from Mercedes-Benz, if you did drop the hammer on it, it's going to put you back in the seat pretty good. What is your overall impression?
I like it. I mean, it's very impressive. It really is.
How does it compare to a Tesla? We've done a Tesla Model 3. How would you compare it to the Tesla?
It's a bigger car, so it rides a lot smoother than that Tesla we were in. Less torque. It feels less torquey than that Tesla we were in. But it's a very nice car.
And I have to admit, obviously, it's a little bit bigger car. The ride's better. I haven't had the chance to drop the hammer with this one. Maybe we will in the future sometime, but like I say, we're just going to take it easy per the general manager's request from the Mercedes-Benz of Shreveport dealership. But I have to say, I think if we did drop the hammer, it would be good, but it's not going to be like that Model S, or Model 3, I should say, performance, because it doesn't have as much horsepower. But overall,
I think the Model S performance isn't about luxury either.
No.
Not as much as this.
No, it's definitely not.
I'll be glad when we can do a fully loaded version of this.
Yeah, that's definitely going to happen at some point. May not be this year, might be in 2022, but we'll just take a look and see. But one thing real quick before we finish, we're getting out here onto some roads that are a little bit, that are not paved. So let's see how it sounds. Still very quiet. What do you think?
Very quiet. It's really nice. It's very smooth. It's not S-Class smooth, but it's very close.
It is. And for those who don't know, essentially this is the electric vehicle version of the S-Class. So hope everybody's enjoyed this video. We sure have. I know we enjoyed driving. It's fun to have my first driving experience, our first driving experience with this EQS 450 Plus, and so we'll be looking forward to the 580 and the AMG and other models as they come into Mercedes-Benz of Shreveport. Got to say a special thanks to my friends at the dealership for giving me the opportunity to drive this model today, and of course all of you for being kind enough to give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out another of the videos that's on the screen, and we'll see you there.